multiple fission. So more than two individuals, are developed by means of multiple fission. So for example, you can take Plasmodium. So Plasmodium is one of the malaria parasite which causes malaria disease. So Plasmodium, in case of Plasmodium, so what is happening here? The nucleus starts division. Nucleus is first multiples. So during the division or multiplication of nucleus, so it is surrounded by means of a protective membrane. So all the nuclei, daughter nuclei which are formed after multiple fission, so they are protected by means of a protective layer is called as cyst. So until favorable condition, the nuclei is not released from the parent cell. So after all the conditions are favorable to them, so they starts releasing of each nuclei into new daughter individuals. So new individuals are formed after favorable condition. So what is happening here in multiple fission means, so first nucleus starts multiplication and divides to form more in number of nuclei. So more nuclei is developed. So once the nuclei is developed, until the favorable condition, this nuclei all are protected by means of a protective layer is called as cyst. After favorable condition, what is happening here? So the cyst start rupturing and start releasing of all the nuclei, and these all the nuclei which are released from the parent cell, they starts developing into new individual. So new individual starts development. So new individuals are going to be developed and they starts formation of new organism. This is what we can see that the method of multiple fission, when compared to the binary fission and multiple fission, there only one parent cell is divided into two daughter cells. But here one parent that develops into more than two daughter cells or new offsprings or new individuals are formed. So that's what it is called as multiple fission. So in this way we can see that two types of fission. Now we will discuss about another type of asexual mode of reproduction. So now we will discuss about fragmentation. So what is fragmentation? So where, that is in which organisms it is going to be occur. So in simple multicellular organisms, new individuals are formed from the break of parent body. So what is in fragmentation, what is occurring here? So new individuals are formed. So new individuals are formed from the breaking pieces of parent. So during the process of fragmentation, parent is break into or cut into pieces. Each piece in turn develop into new individuals. That's what each piece are cut part which is separated from the parent body. They are called as fragments. So what they are called? Fragments. So these fragments they starts to develop into complete organism. So each fragment is developed into complete organism. So from the fragment, a complete organism is developed. Hence this mode of reproduction is called as fragmentation. So this mode of reproduction is called as fragmentation. So this fragmentation in generally occurs in simplest multicellular organism. For example, Spirogyra. So Spirogyra is a filamentous algal plant. So which starts division or cut its body into pieces. Each piece is developed into new complete individual or organism. So in case if cut is start near, so what is happening here? Each piece which are separated from this Spirogyra, they starts developing into complete species. So this is a new individual. So new individuals, two new individuals are start developing and grow into complete organ. So this is what we can call as fragmentation. So we are multicellular organism and Spirogyra, that is algae, which is also multicellular organism. But is it possible this fragmentation to occur in higher organisms like us or in animals? So it is not possible. Why? Because if you take Spirogyra, it is simplest multicellular organization is occurred. So due to this simplest form, it is made up of all cells are all similar in nature and their function also similar in nature. So they can easily get cell to cell division starts and each cell they can perform their function and they develop into new complete organism. That's what it is easily occurring in case of Spirogyra. But in case of higher organisms, so for example, we all are made up of complex organ systems. So in this complex organ system, what is happening here? So we have specific cells. Each specific cells is performing in specific function in each its organ system. For example, if you take respiratory system. So respiratory system consisting of alveoli is a functional unit. So these alveoli function is helps in exchange of gases, but these alveoli is not present in case of digestive system. Why? Because in digestive system there different cells are there to carry out digestion. Like that we can see that in complex organisms, so each organ system is made up of different types of cells. Each cell performs different function. Hence cell to cell division is not possible to be occur in higher organism. When compared to simplest organism, why it is not possible fragmentation? Because of our body or higher organisms, they are complex in nature. They are made up of variety of cells. Each organ system made up of a variety of cells to perform their function. That's what they used to follow complex method of reproduction to produce their offsprings, whereas fragmentation is not possible to occur in case of higher complex organism. That's what the fragmentation is possible only in simplest organisms, but it is not possible in higher organisms like animals, because of we are or animals are organized with different organ systems. Each organ system is having different types of cells. Each cell performs its own function which do not involve in another type of function. That's what the fragmentation is possible only in case of simplest multicellular organisms, but which is not possible to occur in higher multicellular organisms. That's what fragmentation. And best example we can take as Spirogyra, which is a filamentous algae which undergoes break into pieces. Each piece is start division and grows into individual and develop as new organism. That's what it is called as fragmentation method. Now let me discuss about another method of asexual reproduction. Budding. What is budding? So budding is nothing but development of a bulb-like structure, that is called bulb. So where it is occurring? So development of new individual from an outgrowth of parent individual. So what is budding means? Development or formation or production of new individual from outgrowth of parent body. So that is called as budding method. So in budding method, if the bud is developed either inside or outside of the body. So in case of budding method, this bud development occurs at specific site of the organism body. So for example, if you take Hydra. In case of Hydra, what is happening here? At specific site of the Hydra, there is a bulb-like growth is occurring. So what is happening here? This bulb starts growing in size by the variety of cells which are present in this specific site is called as regenerative cells or proliferative cells. These regenerative cells start rapid division and allows to develop into complete organ. So this is a complete development is occur. Now after maturation of this small bud, they detach from the parent body and develop into complete individual. So that is new individual is formed. So two daughter cells we can find. This is new individual. So at a specific site at specific site, what is happening here? A bulb-like structure is developing, and which develops rapidly due to the presence of proliferative cells or differentiative cells that allows development of bulb or bud, and this rapidly grows. After get maturation, this bud detach from this site of this development and separate from the parent body and start developing into new individuals. That's what this method is called as budding method. So generally, if you observe in this hydra, the bud is developed at outside of the body. That's what, if the bud is developed at outside of the body, is called as exogenous budding method. So exogenous. So what is exogenous means what? The bud is developed at outside of the body. So outside. The bud development takes place at outside of the body. Hence it is called as exogenous budding method. And in case of the bud is start developing inside of the body, so that is called as endogenous. So endogenous, inside of the body the bud start occurring. So this is what. So in case of endogenous, we can take sponges. So in sponges we can see the formation of inside bud which is occurring inside of the body. Hence it is called as endogenous budding method. So budding, so what is budding means? Development of new organism from the outward growth like bulb-like structure to form new individual is called as a budding method. So this budding method we can take two types are there. So exogenous budding and endogenous budding. So what is exogenous budding means? The growth of the bulb or bud outside of the body is called as exogenous budding. We can see in hydra, in case of hydra, and also we can endogenous. What is endogenous means? The growth of bulb-like structure inside of the body, that is called as endogenous budding method. This endogenous budding method can be occurred in case of sponges. So this is what another method of asexual mode of reproduction is budding method. So after that we will discuss about what is regeneration method.